go. There we go. Oh, I'm trying to get everything up and running. There we go. Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. I said I slept in. Like I went out last night. I had I had a few drinky poos, and then I shot a lot of pool. Hi Johnny, how are you? Yeah, guys, welcome through. Do me a favor, tap the screen, please. It helps 100%. Here we go. Yes. Okay, let's turn on. There we go. Okay. But so, yeah, I shot a lot of pool last night. I love going out. Like I said, I love going out and shooting pool. I started going to a new club, right? And because like the clubs and whatnot are like really big in my area, like the private clubs and all that shit, they were really big. And listen, like I don't come from like a super crazy entertainment culture capital of the world. Like I'm from Delaware. Like we got like nothing. Like nothing. Like I am literally to the point where, like I said, if I'm looking for like fun events, I will 100% look in New Jersey. I'll look in Pennsylvania. And it's not that I mean to. It's just I know at least it's gonna be like kind of worth going to. You know what I mean? So it's funny because I said I've been playing at this new place, right? Like I like to practice. Like I like to practice. And it clears my head. Thank you, Johnny, honey. I appreciate it. Like I like it. It distracts me for a little bit. You know what I mean? But so I've really been playing pretty hardcore lately. Like sometimes you'll see me like on here, like that's what I'm doing. And I just want to get to the point where I'm like beastly at. So I love this new club, right? Like it's real busy. There's always lots of people there. There's always activities and events, and it's the social clubs. They're really big. So I really like this place. The only thing I don't like about it is that and I'm not talking shit about this place. Their pool is not their big thing. But like I said, if I can go and practice my 9 ball and not have to pay for it every single time, 9 ball, there's less balls on the table. So the games can be over quicker. They can. It depends. It depends. Like, and I feel like the better people get, like the longer it takes to set up a shot. You know what I mean? Like, hi, habitual 3. How are you guys? Welcome through. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. Make sure to go follow me on both. I love it when people stop by to see me. But yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's normally the bars and whatnot in my area are pretty much what you would expect. Like if you were to, okay, please, I see. I appreciate you, habitual. Oh, thank you, Johnny, honey. I appreciate you. Hey, thank you. Um, but like it's very like you imagine like there's a movie where like okay, here's a great example like Tu Wong Fu. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, honey. I said I like it when people like gifts are not expected. Like 100%. It does make me feel good, but like gifts are not expected 100%. So shake it curvy for real. Yeah, probably too curvy right now. I need to like I could stand to get like 15, 20 off. Oh, Donnie, you're like, hey, let me be super cool this morning. I appreciate John. But like any movie about where they broke down in like middle America and like they went into a bar and there were like 4 guys and they're all sitting like this with just like their drinks. That's kind of it's like everything sports bars. I absolutely like you are awesome, Johnny. I absolutely like don't care, you're looking good. Well, now I'm just saying, I'm like, I could stand, I've been eating a lot. So, like, that's been my thing lately. 360 for us one time. Listen, I was gonna say, Joe, I'm old, man. If I get up off the floor, it's like, like, you only hear me groan. It's not sexy. No, I literally sit on the floor. Hi, Castro, what's going on? But so this place, I really like it. I really, hello, Darrell, how are you? Good morning. I really like this place. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is when you shoot there's some shots where you just can't make. I mean, like the walls, but pool is not their big thing there. So, you know what I mean? But like I said, I like to do that. Here, wow, yeah, hi, Big Bad, what's going on? Good morning, Darrell, how are you? So, guys, normally what I do is I come on in the morning, I will read the weird news. I always love TikTok does this thing now where like it'll bring up like an AI summary. I love reading these because like I'm like, okay, let's see. discussing a new pool club and a focus on 9 ball suggests a pool trend. I don't know why I think they're so funny. Like every time the AI summary comes up, I'm like, "What? So what we got today?" Like, I'm doing good. That's awesome, Drill. It's awesome, Drill. So I'm really gonna go out tonight and shoot again. Like, and I don't know. It made me feel good last night. This dude came up to me at the end of the night. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm watching you. You're like pool sharking it," and I was like, "No, I'm actually really bad." Like. I'm not good. I'm still like I just started. This is like my second season of 9 ball. I used to play 8 ball a lot. Like 9 ball is a little bit more complicated. It's like it's the difference between chess and checkers. Like there's less balls on the table. You have to go in order from 1 to 9. You know what I mean? Just like you are, and that's perfect. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm cool with how I am. I lost a whole bunch of weight. I was like I'm only 5'1". And I feel like the standards that they give for those charts are really unrealistic. Like they're like, here's your target weight, and it's like 115 pounds. I got it down to 150, right? Like 145, 150. And people started like, they were like, yo, you're like losing. Like people were starting to tell me I was too thin. And I'm like, just let me have this. Like, I don't know if I'll be back at this weight ever again in my life. Just let me have this moment, please. Like, so I said, when it comes to females and our bodies, we can't necessarily win because, like, I mean, I would assume that it's the same for men, right? Like, I would assume, like, that it's the same for men. Like, I don't know. I feel like women are encouraged to be thinner, but then at the same time, guys are encouraged to be, like, more muscular and all that shit. I've never been a fan of, like I go to the gym and whatnot, but I've never like been a fan of like the guys that were like super muscular. I don't know. I have a thing for dad bod. When you see somebody and they're like too cut, you know that that means that you're going to the gym not for like 1 hour. You're going for like 3. Eric, good morning, honey. What's going on? Okay, so we're doing the weird news in the morning. I'm gonna put my makeup on. Every individual is rare and nice. Absolutely. I am perfectly imperfect. And I am 100% but I'm just like, what happened? Nothing good. Nothing good, Eric. Yeah, my mole tested positive for cancer, and the direct area around it dead. But the farther reaches did not. So that's good. I'm either gonna go and like, because I have an appointment on the 4th. I'm either gonna go and they're gonna reopen it and take more skin and retest more skin, or they're consulting with John Hopkins right now to see like what, based on my metrics and all that stuff. Are you queer by chance? What do you mean by queer? Just kind of like unusual? I never know what the definition queer means. Just like out of like the normal box. I'd rather ask than not ask. You know what I mean? Like outside the normal box. But so yeah, they're gonna go and take like they're either gonna take more skin out, or they're worried that because of where it's at that it might have spread to my lymph nodes. So hi Eric, good morning guys, welcome to. So that's, I mean, I might have to go and get a biopsy of my lymph nodes. I might end up having to just get more skin removed. I don't know. Like I said, I was like, it's been a week, y'all. Like when I tell you it's been a week, I mean, it's been a week. Like, it's been a week. Like, it's been one of those weeks. So I was sitting here last night. I was like, I'm gonna go out and drink. I feel like I deserve one. Hi, Sarah. How are you, honey? Did you guys see? So, okay. We're going to the weird news, guys. We're going to the weird news. Would you mind to stand up? Yeah, I was going to say, big bad, I'm old, man. Getting up off the floor, it's just moaning and groaning. Yeah, I literally sit like this on the floor. Like, you would see the back of, like, my ankle. But, okay, so did you guys see this video? It's been circulating a bit, too. The police they pulled over, like, oh, I'm okay, Eric. They pulled over, Vince McMahon. Right? And I think if I've seen this video right, because I said I caught it and like kind of, I don't know, like if anybody's expecting that Vince McMahon is like a super great person, like I really don't think that anybody would expect that out of him, right? Like he's in a which is stupid. Did you see the crash? Did you see the crash? I mean, but he's obviously like he's getting pulled over. Oh, did it? Okay, but the video is going viral right now. Like that's been what's kind of trending within the last like 24 hours, right? But they let him. Hello, how are you, Hookah? Good morning, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hookah. I appreciate you, baby. I'm trying it out. I'm trying it out. Like my first time. I've still got my new car smell. But so Vince McMahon ended up like to me he seemed very obviously like totally loaded. I mean, but they were gonna let him go, weren't they? Like they were gonna let him go. Like that's just that absolutely like I don't. But it was a pretty like. So what happened? They pulled him over, right? I wish I could show videos on here. But like this has been what's trending, and then I guess nobody really talked about it. Like, and after August, I don't know. I don't know necessarily the story behind it. I did see the crash though, and I was like, "Yo, that's pretty rough." But people are like, dude, if anybody's expecting that Vince McMahon is a great person, like, just no, he's not. Like, it doesn't take like, it's not, doesn't take brilliance to realize like in my opinion, he's always seemed like not a good human. And then okay, I'll say this too. I get that he's in shape and he's always been in shape for his age and whatnot. Like I get that, right? But like I don't know, when he put himself into wrestling, like I just couldn't even. I'm like, dude, like just stop. Like heaven forbid. But then he made like this alter ego, which was him, but not him. Like I'm like, okay, so like every single thing about him is exactly like what I find unattractive in men. When somebody's like really like their ego's super inflated, all that stuff, I'm like I just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't deal with it. I'm gender fluid, so that makes me queer. Okay, well that's solid. I was gonna say, do what makes you happy, babe. Life is short. Do what makes you happy. Okay, but yeah, so he said the video's been trending, but like, so is that I know he's already out, but like, that's pretty crazy though, because if it was one of us and it wasn't Vince McMahon, like, it would have been really, like, somebody be, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody was hurt in it, I don't know, but it was a pretty solid crash. Like, it was a pretty solid kick, and I think it happened as he was taking off, if I'm remembering, I seen it yesterday. But like he was taking off, like they had let him go, and he took off and like slammed. But it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like it's not funny because it's very not funny. But like it's just like, I mean, I would expect nothing less. Like I would expect nothing less. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. All right. So let's see. All right, viral phenomenon in Argentina has young people identifying themselves as animals. Have you guys ever watched like my Strange Addiction or whatever? I like got into that show like recently. Like I said, I always think it's interesting to hear like the backstories on why people like are the way they are. I find it interesting, right? So like one thing I can't understand, like I said, I'm pretty open minded. Like I love everybody. Like I I realize people are not like, that's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like I worked in an adult toy store for like 7 years. So I said I would help people like pick out their lingerie. I would help people. Like it's not my, like, so I always get really kind of like, I don't know. Like when people are like so hyped up on it, it's like, how does it affect your life? Tell me how it affects your life. Like if it don't affect my life, like people can't help what their sexuality is. Like they can't. They can't. Like that's something that you're born with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, hi Victoria. That's something that you're born with. I would rather choose to dislike people based on things that they can change, like being a fucking asshole. If you're a fucking asshole, you're choosing to be a fucking asshole. Like I can dislike somebody for that, but like I wouldn't like, I don't care what race anybody is. I don't care. Like, yeah, I mean it really doesn't bother me. People are just people. But yeah, and I said I'm like in like a really, by the way, I'm cost trauma. What does that mean? Yeah, but so they ended up like, I said the one thing like I can't really understand, like it wasn't My Strange Addiction. This was another show, right? But it was like, along the same premise. The one thing I've never been able to understand, like I said, I don't think it's my job to judge anybody else's life. I never would. But I don't know like why people do like the baby stuff. Like like I don't know. Like have you guys seen like I watch like I used to I used to be on a site that was like a fet kind of site. Like I won't say the name of it, but it was like a fet kind of site. And the next thing I knew, I had all these guys like have a dark sense of humor. Oh, and I blame trauma. I got you. Sometimes you got to remind me of what I was saying like 2 sentences ago because this shit just comes out of my mouth like crazy. But so like, you know what I'm saying? It's so hi Elvis. But yeah, people can choose like their attitude. They can choose whether they're an asshole or not. If I'm gonna dislike somebody, that's gonna be like my basis for it. I don't know. Whenever guys like super like ego inflated, it is just like such a turn off. Like such a you're like, so is there enough room in like is there enough room in this room for me, or are you just gonna take it all up with your head? People know right from wrong. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand why people get so up in arms about the way other people. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. But like I said, I just don't. There's certain things that I just don't understand. I like to think of myself as an open-minded person. I've heard lots of stuff. Like I said, I worked in an adult toy store for like 7 years. I used to book like fetish shows. Like I mean, just I've heard. I feel like at this point in my life, I've heard it all. There's clubs that people go to for stuff. Like I feel like at this point in my life, I've absolutely heard it all. Like there's nothing that surprised me. I just can't. I just like I said. So I'm on this site, right? I'm not on anymore. I was. But I was like, okay, it's just a lifestyle community site, right? Like that was my thought. Next thing I know, I had all these guys in baby diapers hitting me up asking me to be their mommy. And I was like, yo, fuck this site. Like, it just was, I'm like, okay, so it's just people looking for mommies. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I mean, I'm not okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. Like, I can't imagine like the thought of possibly changing somebody's diaper. Like you can be a great human, you can be like the perfect person, whatever. But like the second I found that out, I 100% would be like, "Hi Janet, good morning." I would, yeah, it would shut me right off. Like I'd be like, so like listen, But there's some people that live it like 24/7, 100% they live it 24/7 where when they're at home they've got binkies and they've got like those big bonnets on and they wear diapers and they use them and they roll like yeah it gives me the like I don't want to say because like as long as you're not hurting anybody and like but like I said like imagine can you imagine what that has to be like people have to have that talk with people when they first start dating them like at some point it's going to come up that you live as a human baby. At some point, you're out there in the dating world. Like, at some point, it's going to come up that you're a human. So, how do you break that to somebody? Like, you're like, so listen, I got something to tell you. And they're like, oh, God. Like, imagine, like, you thought you met, like, your perfect person. Like, all this stuff. You just went out and, like, it's like, you dating for a little bit. He's just, like, the best guy ever. She's the best girl ever. Like, yeah, just whatever. Like, it's 100% perfect. At some point, that person is going to have that conversation. And I'll tell you this much. I would love to be a fly on the wall when that happens. I would 100%. Because can you imagine that? Like, you like I said, imagine this person is like the person. Yeah, I could never. Like I said, that's a hard pass for me. Marry me? I'm okay, GK. I got other stuff to do today. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like some stuff you're kind of like, well, I could be into it. You know what I mean? Like everybody's got their things. You know what I mean that they like. But I'm just saying, like some stuff I could, but that would literally, I'd be like, so listen, we. How about we just be friends? Because listen, I cannot come around to that. Like I like Shake. I'm good, but like I just can't. Like that's gonna be like you have your soft hits, you have your hard hits. That's gonna be like Do you see the AI summary? The AI summary literally says debating why some people are attracted to baby personas. Share your opinion. But no, so I said it's just something that I know. Like what's I'll be real. I couldn't do feet. Like I said, I'd get guys and like guys on the internet, they just kind of like I know from a female's perspective. I don't know from a, but like I'll get some of the most random shit in my chat, like random shit, and to the point where I'm like I don't even know the correct answer. Like, can you give me multiple choice? Like I said, the one that I've been using a lot is like I'll get a guy every once in a while that comes through and they're like, if I was 30 feet tall and you were, or if you were 30 feet tall and I was only 1 inch, what would you do? Like, dude, what is the correct, like, can you give me like a hint, like, on what I'm supposed to be saying? Like, if you wanted to play along with that, that's the scenario that you would have to play along with. If you were like, yeah, he's really hot, da da da, like, that's what, like, you dirty talk would be just like, like, I don't know that I could be down with that one either. Shake, 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 shake. I mean, I'm good. But yeah, like I said, there's some stuff I just feel like I really couldn't like. I knew a guy years ago who was on MTV's True Life. He had a foot fetish, right? And you can go back and watch the episode. He's a local guy, right? So they came out to one of my shows. Like I got a call. They're like, hey, the MTV cameras are going to come with him tonight because he had a show booked at one of my places. I'm like, okay. And I'll tell you this much: like he was on there, right? Who said it is to pee? Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Like I'm okay with not doing that, Victoria. Like I'm okay. Like I said, I don't judge people for liking the waterworks, but like I don't want like. What do you mean you want me to? You want me to? How can I pour a glass of warm tea on your stomach and you just pretend like yeah? Good evening, hi. Oh my, that's a long one. We're gonna call you Abdul. There we go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I could get down with that one either. Especially if they wanted to do it to me. I really like, and absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would be a hard pass. But so this guy, he was on True Life years and years ago, right? And he had like a real bad foot fetish, like a real, like he would literally be at the bar like with a toe in his mouth and shit. And I'm like, you're at the bar, man. You got a toe in your mouth that you don't know. Like, yeah. There's actually there was a guy that used to come around that was like a human floor, like his thing that he liked would he would lay down on the floor and women would walk in him or walk on him in heels and shit, and he like loved it. Like makes you wonder how some people develop this. Like it's that whole like nature versus nurture thing. If this is something that came around after they were born and just life changed it, I don't know. But so they ended up like not using much of like the venue that I had the show booked in on the show. But it was funny because like then years later, you remember how they re-released what was it, Beavis and Butthead? They made fun of him on that show. I'm like, yo, that's a flex, man. Like Beavis and Butthead made fun of you. Like they were like, no, 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 no. You're missing. You're wait, go back up. Go back up. But I'm like, he literally had like severed feet, like tattooed on his arms and stuff. Like, but if it works for him, if it makes him happy, by all means, do it, buddy. Like, but there's another one I'm pretty sure I couldn't get down with. Like the thought of, because like there's some, they want you to put your feet, like, listen, like, they want you to put your feet together so they can, I don't know. I would just be bored, honestly. I'd be bored. I'd be like, yeah. Like, I feel like certain things would cool me down real quick, and if somebody was like, oh, I need your toe in my mouth. Like, I understand every great once in a while you get carried away and something might happen, but if that was somebody's, like, every single time I need this, like I said, the human baby stuff I 100% could not do. Nope. I do not want to take a spoon and pretend to, like, this is your foreplay is taking a spoon going, here comes the plane. Like, no, it's just no. There's not a single ounce of me that would even think like, yeah, like nah. But like I said, I would love to hear people like telling people, "Hi, what's going on? Symptom of life? How are you?" I would love to hear these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like when they start dating. Like there was a dude. So I said there was a show years ago, right? Like nice tattoos. How many tattoos you have? Oh, I was gonna say at some point it becomes impossible to count. They just all start to running together. But so there was this woman years and years ago. I remember seeing it. It was like something like My Strange Life, like one of those types of shows, My Strange Addiction, whatever. And she had actually, you know, those carnival rides, right? Where like they go like you're sitting with your face out and they're going like this, like so this she decided that she was in love with this thing, right? And she like physically she married it. And then she allowed them to film her underneath of it with its oil pouring on her face. And I'm like, I mean, once again, as long as she's happy and she hurt nobody, cool, do your thing. But like, imagine, because some of these people have like wives and husbands and all this other stuff, and I'm like, that's like a hard one. Like they had a guy on the show, like the Real Field Dolls, like the really heavy. Those things are like fucking 4,000 pounds. They're so heavy. They're just straight silicone. You know what I mean? Like they are so fucking heavy. But like there was a dude that he had like a wife, but then he got like three different dolls and he would like take care of them, like brush their hair and shit. And I'm like, okay, there's another one that like no, no, I would feel so creeped out. Like we had one in the store and like it was so creepy. Like they stare, like, you know what I mean? It was just super fucking creepy. But at some point, if you're one of those guys, at some point you have to break it to somebody that this is a thing that you're into. And then you have to have the whole talk. Well, can't we just? Yeah, but no. But listen, I like to take care. It does it for me to take care of them. What do you mean? Well, I like to paint their toenails and I like to brush their teeth in the morning. And meanwhile, you got shit like, do you have pets? Yes, I have a dog. He's amazing. But like just imagine you like at one point she was watching TV, he was watching TV, and the three dogs were sitting out there watching TV. Imagine looking around your house one day and going, "This is my life." Like you're sitting there watching TV, and you look over and there's like three of them, like I don't. Somebody, I read it in the news that they were asking people to stop because people would get them, right. Oh, okay, Jose. I don't know what that means. But so they were getting them, right? And then once they're used, once they're done, they didn't know how to dispose of them because I mean, it's not either way. You're gonna look like a crazy person. If you try to take that to the dump, you're gonna look like a crazy person. If you try to cut it up and put it in a bag and whatnot, like you're gonna look like a crazy person. On top of it, they're so heavy. So what do you do with it? Because that's certainly not something you can just put in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd have the cops at your house so quick. And can you imagine like just legs sticking out the trash? Like oh god, they would be there so quick because they look pretty realistic, and then the way that they move, they look pretty realistic. So I just can't imagine. But so people were driving them out to bodies of water and they were disposing of them that way. Like they were, either throwing them off a bridge or like pushing them out in the water and kind of, I don't know. I think that a lot of people were dropping them off bridges because they got to be deep enough. And then they kept, I just, I am. Then they kept washing up on shore, and then of course, people call the police because they're like, "Oh my god, I just walked in here." It's somebody's like real filled out. But like, imagine if you didn't listen. I've never done it personally. I'm not like a snooper when it comes to stuff. Like, I don't snoop through phones. I don't snoop. I'm not a snooper. But I can't say that for every girl I've ever met. There's a lot of women. If they go home with somebody, they will go through their shit. Like straight up, they'll be like, because they want to make sure he's not on any like antipsychotics, or like if you like they'll do that. Can you imagine like being that girl and you open the closet door? Yeah, I've heard stories. Like I said, Once again, as long as they're not hurt. But imagine like swinging open that closet door and there's a real Phil doll in there. There's no way you wouldn't scream seeing that sight. And then guess what? You just gave yourself away because he knows you were going through his shit. But tell me, he would literally be like, "Oh no 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 no! Listen, it's a toy. It's a toy. Why do you need a whole body? Like, I'm not judging. Like I said, as long as people like they have automatic ones, they have like I mean they got all sorts of stuff out there. But like what I went back to the store. And it was funny because we had this thing and it was a giant butt and you would smack it. Hey, Vicky, you would smack it right, and it would talk to you. I'm like, they're really getting inventive with some of this shit. I mean, they had all sorts of stuff. They always are trying to push the lines of like what with like that. It's some of the shit that I see, and I was like, that's pretty funny. There was like it was a really big thing when like the automatic like ones for guys came out. And I'm like, it's really not that much effort to hold it, though, is it? You still got to hold it anyway. Like, but there's actually like these iPads. Say what? Tonic, what's going on? But yeah, there's like these ones that are like you hook your iPad up to it and you can watch POV stuff. These are facts. I'm just saying, like I've seen a lot of shit. Like I said, I worked in an adult toy store for like 7 years, so I've seen a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. I literally would have a box come into the store. The one day I was in there, I had a box came in the store, and I opened it up, and it was literally just all metal. But like nothing was labeled, nothing was like normally they were pretty good about like I mean we'd get a label, we'd this stuff was just a big box of metal, and I'm like the fuck. I literally had to go on and Google what it was because like I didn't know. I'm like I want to know how to like sell this to people, like you know what I mean. So I ended up going and researching and figuring out what it was, but it was like all this metal like BDSM stuff. It was. But like I literally was looking at some of this shit like the fuck. Like yeah, I'm just trying to imagine in my head what it is, and I got a lot of them wrong. I got a lot of them wrong. But then there was one I won't say the S word, but it was the metal piece. Like if the woman goes to, family doctor, you know what I'm saying? Like goes to her woman doctor, she like she gets it's like a metal thing and it gets cranked up like yeah and it's not pleasant and there were like ones and there's another one if somebody was like yeah I really speculums like you know what I mean yeah I'm about that I'd be like uh you wait you know what I think would be hot like wait what like how do you I don't understand how like you let somebody know that first time like it's got to be a tough like conversation to have. You know what I mean? It's got to be like a tough conversation to have. It's one that at some point you have to have, but you just kind of like, I'll put it off for tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, so I said I've seen a lot of stuff in my time. It literally like does not. No, there's not really much that surprises me anymore. See, I'll come on here and get babbling. I normally do like the weird news, whatnot, but like my little side stories will start here and end up all the way the fuck over there. Like, I don't even remember what got me on this conversation. Oh, we are talking about the babies before that. Why was I talking about the baby? Okay, well, whatever. Like I said, sometimes my mouth just runs. I said it's not going to be an overly long stream today, guys, because, like, I don't know. It's been a week, man. It's been a week. Like, I am like I said going out and shooting last night definitely helped. Like it's been a long week. Like I don't know. So and but when I go out and shoot, that's all I'm thinking about. I like it. It's almost like meditation. Like I never understood because I said like the sports leagues are really big in my area. That's what a lot of people do for fun. And I said I love to shoot pool. How people join bowling leagues is like beyond me. Like I don't find anything fun about bowling. Bowling with these nails would not have like I just don't like I've been bowling before, but I just don't understand like Like maybe I'm missing something about. Like I said, there's people out there that are great at every single sport, but like bowling just does like it. Nothing about it. I used to go in high school, right? Because I said I'm from Delaware, so there's not really like a lot to do. You know what I mean? Like, uh, there we go. But so we had limited options being teenagers in Delaware. It's like literally like the town from Footloose here. You know what I mean? Like just small town America, yeah. And so it was like you could go and hang out at the mall, which I'm not a big fan of the mall. Like I'm like, like I will go there if I have to, but besides that, like I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. Hi, Linda. I have no idea what that means, Ricardo. Not a clue. No, not a clue. But so yeah, I was gonna say, or it was like, so me and my friends used to go bowling. Like we would go like up and we'd go to like a charcoal pit, that, and then right next door was this bowling alley. So I did that in high school. I'm more willing to hang out with my friends. I love her story. Awesome, Jose. But like, I'm more willing just to kind of straight up hang out with my friends. Adrian, good morning, honey. How are you? But we used to go because there was also a pool hall, right? And we used to go and shoot pool. Like I could go in there. It was like 18 plus. So I used to go and shoot pool all the time. But like I've not bowled since. I feel like you're funny, honey. I'm an interesting character, Jose. But like I said, I love to shoot pool. Like it's 100%. A lot of times if I'm live, you'll catch me like around the pool table. Like that's just I've gotten really really into playing it like in these like more recent years. Like I don't know, I just really like it. Like I said, I would like to go not professional. I'm definitely not that good. But like if I could end up being like semi pro, I'd be like cool. That's the goal. That's the goal. But one day, the you know what I mean? Until then I'm gonna miss a lot of shots. I'm gonna miss a lot of shots. And you know what? I'm okay with that. For every like 75 you miss, 25 you win. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. So far for this season, I was gonna say I'm at 50%. So I've had 50% wins, and also 50% loses. So, but that's, I mean, I'll take it. That's better than like last season. You know what I mean? Hi, how are you, Joshua? Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. I'm cold, man. I'm chilly in here today. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's find a good one. Apparently, there are 6 planets that will parade. I wonder what day, because this one looks like it came out a little bit ago. There's 6 planets that will parade across the night sky at the end of February. I'm curious to know what day. I'd go out and like stream that. How you feeling today, hon? Oh, I'm good, Joshua. I'm hanging in there. It's another lovely day on the internet. How are you, hon? Let's see. Alright, hold on. Let's find a different page. These ones aren't interesting enough for me. These ones are not interesting enough. I want weird shit. Like really weird shit. Okay. Woman accidentally gets body parts delivered instead of ordered medication. Did you guys see what happened? Okay, Borderlittle, I will try to entertain you as much as I can. I said if you like hearing people just ramble, like you're in the right room. So there was I go to like a lot of the oddity shows, right? I've been to a lot of the oddity shows. I've been to tattoo conventions. I've seen people do taxidermy and you know, like there's normally like a table you'll walk by and there's like taxidermy and stuff there. Well then like there's some people that they'll like they found this whole ring of people that were in doing the oddity stuff, like having small businesses, and they were buying parts from the guy at Harvard University. Like people can donate their self to science. You know what I mean? So they're a cadaver, and people can go in, and that it's teaching doctors how to save more lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, at what point in your life does it become a good thing to like wanna get people open like that? Like if somebody was like 12, that would definitely be like a red flag. You know what I mean? Like that kid would be in therapy so quick. But I can remember in school, like they used to make us like pool bowling and what's fun in small town America. There we go. That's a pretty good AI summary. But like I don't know, like I said, so I'll see a lot of that stuff. But the guy that ran Harvard University, like he their medical department or whatever, was selling that. Like was selling like not all of them obviously because they needed them. Like weird thing for oh I have a weird thing for you to look up. Oh yeah, I've seen some of them. I was gonna say that they said what is it? Hugh Hefner and Marilyn Monroe are like right together. So, but that's like 100%. There was a dude up in Pennsylvania. If you guys haven't seen this one recently, there was a dude who ended up. They found over 100 different parts from different people, side by side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm like. What like. But they did like people be crazy like straight up people be crazy like that's like and here's another thing too. I was gonna say I watched a documentary one time and it was about Jeffrey Dahmer and one of his neighbors, right? Yes, people can seem nice. You never know who's like a weirdo who isn't secretly like. But so Jeffrey Dahmer, he was a big fan of making sandwiches for his neighbors. So like imagine being that neighbor. And that's what she said. She was like, yeah, she was like, I'd come over to help him because they were trying to figure out what the smell was. And so she's like, yeah, I would come over and help him. Like, we cleaned out the fridge. She's like, he says, hey, you want a sandwich? Oh, sure. Thought it was ham. I'm like, oh God, like, oh God, like, fuck. Somebody at some point ate a sandwich in Jeffrey Dahmer's house and did not realize what they were eating. Hello, Adrian, how are you? I had a dude stop by, like I said, my neighborhood's pretty large, like my area. So, I get people through all the time that are just trying to sell shit. Like, I literally have, like, no solicitation signs up. My driveways are long. I have all the way up it, and I'll still get people that are like, like, dude, we're on to you by now. We know that knock. It's not, like, you ain't fooling nobody. And, like, the one day, this dude, I don't know what he was selling, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And he kept going, and I was like, dude, I said I'm good, and, like, shut the door in his face. I'm like, these people are telemarketers. They're coming to your fucking house. Like, hi, Jay, how are you? Like, they're fucking telemarketers. Like, no, like, how many times do I gotta say no for you to get through your head? Well, this dude one time was driving a meat truck, right? And he stopped at my house, and he was like, don't get me wrong, I like deal meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like deal meat. Like when you get a good price on like a nice steak, like that's always a good feeling, especially when you eat the steak. Hi, hun. Hi, Joe Jones. How are you? But so that's that. Like I said, but I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. Like, cause I don't know. Like, for all I know, he could be like selling. Like, I don't know where that shit came from. When you buy stuff in a supermarket, you know where it comes from. Oh, I'm good, Joe. I'm hanging in there. It's another lovely day on the internet. Um, but yeah, like I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I get there. Scrapple's a big thing in my area, right? Like people love Scrapple. It's made by the Amish, all that good stuff. It's like this big block. It's almost kind of like Spam, like in different places. Never knew what was in the sandwich. Yeah, found out later. Found out way later, Joshua, that hey, fuck that ham sandwich. Like, hopefully it was actually ham. Hopefully it was just him eating it. You know what I mean? Like he was like, oh no, I wouldn't do that to my neighbors. But like she never knew whether it was or it wasn't. And I'm like, oh, okay. Hi Shane, how are you? I like imagine living with that thought too. Like, like, and they always there's a lot of people, right? Like I'm so tired. Like I said, I'm a true crime like person. Like I love true crime stuff. So, which I know is not the most exciting thing ever. If I did a podcast, that's the podcast I would do would be about like true crime. Because I'm so tired of hearing about motherfucking Ted Bundy. Everybody makes it out, and I get it because he was like the first like one that people didn't say, oh, he looks weird, right? But Like, he wasn't that good looking. Do you guys see the one, Wade Wilson? That was like last year. They called him the Deadpool in the library, and he had like all these tattoos on his face. Women online were like going nuts for him. Like, this guy unalived two women in one night, and he's got women writing to him like what happens in somebody's life to make them try. Like, I there's another like no for me. Like, if somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm in jail. No, you can't. Like, it's one thing if they go into jail when you've already been with them. It's a whole other thing when all of a sudden you decide that you want to be Wade Wilson's girlfriend. Like, man's on freaking the row. You know what I mean? Like, but people were like, he was getting all this money. So he's in jail. He's getting all this money from just women on the internet looking gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Adrian, honey. I appreciate you. But, he's just getting all this money sent to him. He was buying everything up in jail. He was another one. Like, he was another one that was kind of like interesting. Like, his dad actually turned him in. His dad was hot, man. I'm sorry. Wade Wilson's dad is hot. Like, I didn't think he was, like, I get, like, he had a very conventional, like, this dude could have been a male model, but he had that air about him, like, he knew what he looked like. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit, guys. Like, when somebody's just like, I could have you if I wanted you. No, you could, because he just said that. Like, it's just 100% like, this. Yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm into. I know that there are some women that, like, that's their thing, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I mean? Like, they want that guy that, like, nah, it's never been, like I said, you'll get people that are, like, super duper dominant, right? Well, guys. But there's a lot of guys that are used to women just being subs because there's more subs. At least that's what it seems like. So that seems to be what a lot of people go for. And he's definitely the type, like I said, he's literally in jail using women. Like, he's on the phone and he's like, okay, yeah, can you send me that money for my commissary? Yeah, I need you to put some money in my account. Hey, how you doing? Like, I'm like, and there's just women out there. The chick, his girlfriend at the time, hello, what's going on, Benito? Did I say that right? I probably fucked that up. But, his girlfriend at the time who testified, how are you today? Hi, Savior, I am good. Um, the girlfriend that he had, she knew that he did this, right? She knew. She ran a hair salon, all this stuff. She knew that he did this. And she got back with him while he was in jail and then found out that he was talking to all these other women trying to get money. But she was literally still giving him money. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, I mean, like, why are you sending this man money? Like, why? Like, look at what he did to you. He cheated on you in one night and unalived two women. And you're like, well, he was fucked up when he did that. Like, how do you rationalize, like, as a female, how do you rationalize that to yourself? Because he said straight up he did. But he blames it on being messed up. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, how as a female, how do you go, you know what? I really miss him. Nah, that's gonna make me really not miss somebody very quickly. How do you do that? Like, he's in jail. He's in jail. You finally have your out where he's not there, not controlling you, all this stuff. And then you get back together with him. And then you find out that he's playing all these women but like women really were like, oh, like I said, I can understand the fact that he was a conventionally good looking man. Like, there's like he straight up could have been a male model, but then I feel like I would have hated him even more. Like, imagine, like, I'm sure there's some male models that are nice, but like, there was that other guy. It was like robbery. It was years ago. He ended up getting all these modeling contracts because his picture went viral, right? And people were like, ooh, oh my. He did like New York Fashion Week. He did like he just did all sorts of shit. Yeah. Okay, so guys, are they married before? They were together before, Savior. They're not married. They were together, and then he unalived two women in one night. And she got back with him after he went to jail. After she testified against him. against him. So yeah, I mean that's like I said, I can't imagine. Like you had your out, like, but then she still sent him money. She was still sending him money, and he barely like me. Hi, Aki, what's going on, guys? Welcome through. I apologize. I'm gonna get off, guys. I said it's gonna be a long day. I'm hanging out. I need to get some food in me. I need something to eat. So, all right. I love your faces a lot. I hope everybody has a great day. If I don't catch you again, make sure to follow me. Make sure to subscribe. I said I've been doing. I normally do tool stream. We need to roll up. There you go. I definitely need to. But I hope everybody has a good day. You guys kick ass. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be back.